Yeah, great opportunity for us to get to hook it up against someone else, for the first time this season, like it, was for both squads. Give Pitt a bunch of credit. They played well. They responded to a really good start from us, and they played great. They played with great physicality. They executed. It was a great game. I'm really excited to get, on the bus and the plane back to watch it and correct some things as we got Harvard in less than a week and then Holy Cross on November 3rd.
What did you notice about Pitt after they started to get back after you guys took that big lead?
Yeah, I feel like they adjusted to our pace quickly. But the kid number 7, DeMarco Minor, I thought his command of the game was really, really good. He had a really good feel for what was going on consistently. They executed their stuff. These you never know the first game. You don't know exactly what they're running. If they're running the same stuff from last year. So we didn't really went into this thing thinking it was going to be more about us testing our principles, our shell principles defensively. We didn't go over any of their sets or stuff and some stuff. But so it's going to be good. It's going to be really good film for us to go watch and improve from and get better from.
Kim, you mentioned the fast start. I imagine that's how you want this to look this season.
Yeah, it was good to start, and I felt like it was a little let down when we went to the second group. I even felt it was still a little sticky at the start, but that's going to be some good film to watch to start, and try to sustain that for longer.
And I know you've got to dig in the tape a little bit, but defensively, just first impressions, what were their biggest challenges for you guys?
Yeah, I got to watch it. They ran a lot of sets. They were set heavy tonight, and that's both your own defensive principles as well as scouting. We know what's coming, how we're going to guard it. There's a lot of stuff we've seen, we work on, but we need to clean a lot of stuff up. I think we cut it to 2, with like around 4, it felt, and they got an offensive rebound. It led, and they extended it back to 9 or so, finished at 7, so yeah.
43 boards plus 5 on the glass today. Is that something you feel like you guys can build on moving forward?
Yeah, we want to rebound the ball. I thought we could have been, even better with our offensive rebounding thrusts, but to a point to give us a much better opportunity in transition. We kind of were going in there aimlessly some, and they got key rebounds. They got free throw rebounds. So it should have been better. And again, they shot 47%, so it wasn't a lot of misses. They were making them.
Kim, historically, a lot of scrimmages have been closed. What do you like about an open scrimmage with fans watching?
I like the closed ones better because we can kind of control if we want to do periods, if we want to get different lineups in, play a game at the end. For some of you guys that are out of the rotation, maybe to see them. We're not the NBA yet, where we can really go into the preseason with just no. We're not gonna think too much into the game. When you have fans and you're playing to win. And we played to win. Pitt played to win, and they won. They played well. I like the closed ones better. But in this era of revenue generation, I think you're going to start seeing more and more of these. Next season in Providence, I think we're going to have a lot of fans this game.
Do you walk away being really impressed with any of your guys today?
Again, as I look through our roster here on the box score, I think everyone had good moments, and I also see opportunities where we could have been better, and so that's my focus. I was disappointed in our group from a lack of. I think there were a ton of opportunities for us to dive on the floor for loose balls. Daquan Davis did it 3 times, which you love to see. Everyone had good moments, but a ton of opportunity for growth. That's really the most exciting thing, I think.
Kim, you mentioned your rotations would be more experimental almost today compared to maybe the Harvard exhibition. Just looking back to when you guys were up, I think 18-6 early, then you went to the bench. Do you think in the regular season you would kind of roll with the starters longer in that situation?
I would have 100%. I had a rotation sheet that I really wanted to stick to. We had the minutes allocated, what we wanted, and we got away from it a little bit. Duncan a little bit more, Osmond a couple less, Jason a little bit more. So yeah, we wanted to stick to it as much as we could. So I stuck to that. I definitely would have rode that way. We had 16 points in 4 minutes, and then I look back at the score a few timeouts later. It was like 18. I think Jameer's dunk was the only bucket for a while. Yeah. So yes, that was a trial run.
And Cole went down a little bit, and Rich didn't play tonight. Any update on either one of those guys?
Yeah, Rich. He had a little. He took a shot in the fall yesterday in practice. Cole, I haven't spoke to Chris yet. It was something with his leg. I think he said he was okay at the end. I just wanted Osmond to finish. Yeah.
Any more questions?
Thanks, guys.